Welcome to the show where anything could happen. The real play experience where we put players against problems with no easy answers, incomplete information, and always against a ticking clock. Coming up in this episode.
I appreciate that our communication systems are down, but is there any way to be recording the situation that's currently happening so that, you know, if we manage to get out of this and there's no danger, that we can report back on what we're finding?
We find ourselves in Observation Chamber Theta-9, a sealed underground research monitoring post on the remote moon Sarpedon in LHS 475, a red dwarf star in the constellation Octans. A large unidentified vessel has entered orbit, disabling communications and creating unknown electromagnetic disturbances. The 4 researchers are trapped inside the observation chamber, a single sealed room with an airlock that's used for access to shuttles when they visit. There are surveillance feeds, controls for comms, not currently functioning, environmental systems, an AM generator, which is currently off, life support, and a locked weapons storage cabinet. There are also bunks, but the only privacy on this base are curtains for each bed. There is currently no access shuttle or escape pods, and the power systems only have 20 minutes left of charge without turning on the AM generator, which would definitely be detected by the vessel. And of course, anything could happen.
Hi, my name is Miko, otherwise known as the OKSGM. I am a professional storyteller and an actual play streamer, and tonight I will be playing Dr. Halden Sorev, head of research for this out in the middle of nowhere little facility with a few fellow researchers at the table with him.
Hi, I'm Assis. I am a TTRPG action play streamer, and tonight I'm playing Rick Brack, a Zero analyst who is really fascinated by the idea of first contact.
I'm Phil Foxton. I run an operational outsourcing company within the video games industry, and tonight I'll be playing Otto Maddox, who is an astronomical researcher.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm a gaming marketing manager, and I'll be playing Xena, who is a xenogeologist, so I love rocks.
And as the large unidentified vessel sweeps through the system, communications have been disabled and unknown electromagnetic disturbances are being detected. Leaves us wondering if anything could happen.
I think immediately Dr. Halden Sorev will go to the closest console and frantically start trying to access whatever he can. And without even turning to look at everyone, he simply says, "Come on now, please find out where this radiation is. Anyone have a clue on the radiation? That's our first threat, right?"
I wouldn't have any idea. I don't think this is my area of expertise in the slightest.
It's certainly not star or sun related.
Well, can you identify anything about it, Maddox? Come on now.
I've looked, I've run tests. I know, honestly, it's nothing I've seen before. Even the outline, the profile of the ship is nothing that I can recognize. The signals, they're not standard UFR signals. So I'm at a complete loss. The UFR, they use one range. These are using a completely different range. Well,
okay, but are we in danger? Is this radiation emitted by this ship going to kill us?
The radiation might not. I don't know. Rick Brown?
It's just an electromagnetic pulse. That shouldn't be a problem. The ship is definitely something completely unknown to us. Like, there's no known configuration of ships that, like, this doesn't fit any ships that we know of. So this could be an entirely new civilization. It could be a new species.
I know this isn't really like my area, and I appreciate that our communication systems are down, but is there any way to be recording the situation that's currently happening so that, if we manage to get out of this and there's no danger, that we can report back on what we're finding?
Yes, that's a good idea. Quick, everyone go to your consoles, activate your recording systems if you can. Anything that you have been using to keep logs of all of your research, just activate them and keep them going forward, please. Don't set timers, don't require anything that forces them to stay enabled. Let them record everything that we see, hear, and do.
Okay. Okay. Recording logs are active.
Recording logs are active.
If it's at all helpful, I mean, I'm here under the capacity of, studying rocks and stuff that we find, but I am a trained engineer. I wonder if there's anything that I could try to jury-rig that would be helpful in this situation.
If you can do anything to help get sensor systems attuned a bit better, maybe we can try to identify any aspect of this at all. The most important thing, I think, at this point is trying to decide whether or not this is a threat or not.
Right, so we're trying to scan for, defense or weapon systems?
Ideally, yes.
Okay.
I will say on looking a bit more at the vessel, there are parts of UFR structures on the vessel. It maybe it used broken ships to put something together.
May it be that they've cobbled together, for want of a better phrase, a ship from parts of other ships, and have developed or stolen scanning systems, transmission systems. My console's just showing that the very strong signals has specifically passed over this chamber right now. Well, I cannot decode what it is. It's got a strange elemental signature to it. And the thing that's getting to me is I really wanted to go home. It was supposed to be coming to get me, the ship. This is not it. Why can't I go home? I've had enough of being here. So let me go.
I mean, we're nearly gonna head home as long as we can just get past this, right? I'm gonna try and figure out a way to scan the ship, but Otto, I'm just warning you, I'm gonna have to adapt your astronomical systems for this. Sorry.
Will it improve our chances of going home? I need to go home.
I have a suggestion. What if we just drew their attention? This could be first contact. We could be making first contact with an entirely new civilization. We could just get their attention.
But is it something we want their attention for? It's so likely that this could be dangerous for us.
Equally likely in both scenarios. Regardless of that, someone check the power systems, please. Seeing a fluctuation in the battery controls, and I really, really do not want to have to activate the generator right now.
I can check.
That will be like a flare going off. Brick, I understand that you are interested in these things, and as much as I would like to tell you that it's perfectly safe, I cannot, and thus, please, I must ask you, tamper that down a little bit. Let's focus more on figuring things out before we get too ahead of ourselves, so to speak, on first contact, okay?
Yes, tamper. I will try to tamp it down, but Doctor, sort of just imagine if even one of us survives, we have recordings of first contact.
Yes, if one of us survives, right, yes.
I'll tamp it down.
Okay,
Otto.
in the scan, I can see a complex set of manifold structures which make up the ship, which I'm pretty sure is quite odd. It's like a mishmash of things rather than actually being properly structured.
So they've cobbled something together, is that what you're confirming?
Yeah.
Right.
There's also multiple power sources of different types. I don't want to be alarmist, but this really doesn't feel like what could be like a peaceful mission. This definitely feels like our station could be at risk if they're mishmashing so many different things. This feels dangerous. I'm gonna see if I can find out any more information about like if they're moving closer to us or if they're scanning us back.
Is there any indication that they know we're here?
That's what I'm just trying to check now.
Otto, how are you doing?
I just want to go home.
I understand
I just
that.
want to go home. We're not going home, are we? We're not going home. Why are we not going home? I want to go home.
Otto, get it together, my friend. Come on. We can't do a damn thing right now anyway. How do we get home?
I don't know. There was a ship coming to get us. What if it's destroyed that and we can't go?
Yes, that's a consideration. But for now, all we can try to do is control what we have in front of us. Right? Look. There's one thing that we all take risks for when we do this. Whenever we go into deep space, whenever we're so far out of contact, whenever we don't have an easy way of getting home, there are risks. We know that, and I apologize to all of you if this is not a situation you've dealt with before, but I have. And in this moment, the best thing that you can try to do is keep your head.
Is there anything else that we have to protect us beyond the locked weapons storage? Like, there's no shields, or I know that we're underground. Do we think that there's protection in that?
We don't need shields because we're underground. This is a red dwarf. The fact that we are so deep is the reason that we are safe, which is why we need to know if there's any indication that they know that we are here. And as much as those weapons might give a good feeling, they are not a true defense, if I'm being perfectly honest. Historically speaking, those weapons often, they get used for other things in these situations, when life support fails and that sort of thing.
Who's to say they don't already know we're here? They did. There was a scan. The signal passed directly over this chamber.
Right, which is why we need to know if they're moving towards us or not. If they may not have been able to penetrate the rock.
So, I mean, it seems like they're scanning near us, but I can't tell if they've actually spotted us, or I can't even really tell what it is that they're looking for.
It's possible that they were trying to detect us.
All right. Hang on, I need to think.
We don't have a lot of power supply. I feel like if it gets to the point where we're running out of power supply, life support won't last. Our best bet at even a chance at survival is to actually hail them and see if hope that they let us live.
But communications are down. Even if we wanted to contact them, we can't.
I mean, it's like you said, the AM generator would be like a big flare.
Let's save that until we're about a minute out at the very least. Actually, I don't even know the answer to this question. I'm an idiot. Xena, how long does it take to fire that thing up?
Wait, sorry, fire what up
The power systems. So that we're not running just on battery.
It'll take 3 minutes.
All right. Well,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted because I'm just trying to like figure out what exactly it is that they're looking for and where they are. Like,
all right. You focus on that. We've still got a few minutes before we have to power up the generator. I'm going to focus on the communication system. See what I can do there. At the very least,
So
if I can get that working, we can broadcast out a distress signal if I can get it working. So I'm going to do that.
Would that not just be like firing up the generator system? They'll go, "Hey, we're here!"
Yes, but at the very least, that goes to people that we want as well.
Oh, by the time it gets to anybody that we want, we're dust floating through the universe.
I mean, I don't know if we want to risk alerting them. They are only 4 kilometers away from the base. So that's really quite close. Sorry, they're not 4 kilometers away from us. They're scanning 4 kilometers away from the base, from what I can establish. So for now, it doesn't look like they're looking near us or around us too directly.
All right.
Has that moved? How has that scan moved? Because it did pass over us.
Yeah, but it hasn't passed. So sorry. It's passed over us. It went about 4 kilometers away. But I think it stayed away.
Hang on, we might have a different problem. Is anyone looking at the environmental systems?
No.
I'm seeing a warning of excessive use.
Of the environmental systems?
Yes,
I'm using the astronomical systems to try and track them. Is anyone using the environmental systems right now?
No.
This space is not big enough to support too much. All right, I'm going to make this call. Everyone get the emergency suits out. If we have to start breathing air, let's plan on the possibility of that, please.
Okay.
Brick, can you take care of that? Brick?
Yeah, I can take the emergency suits out.
Thank you. Otto, I need you to get it together, my friend. Take a look at the environmental systems. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to try to address the communications array, okay?
Okay, on it.
And thank you, my friend. I understand you're stressed. I'm stressed as well.
Otto, is there maybe anything I can do to help with the environmental system stuff? Like I said, because I have engineering experience, maybe there's something I can do to like find reserves to help support us for longer, or if you feel like you have it handled, I'm happy to step away. I don't want to cause additional stress.
Right. Oh. Let me have a quick look. I can always come back to you and say, 'cause while I'm doing this, it may be we need to readjust the gas mix levels. I'll check where we are with that and I'll come back. But in the meantime, I think we should get into the emergency suits just in case.
Okay.
I am in my suit. I am handing you your suits. Also, I did quickly look at the environmental systems on my way to get the suits.
Yeah.
Of course, the circuit board itself has failed.
Oh, okay. That'll be a problem. However, we've got a bigger problem right now. The vessel is retargeting its sensors towards us. My console's showing it's coming back this way, closing in on us.
I really think we should just let them know for sure that we're here. This is if they're going to find us one way or the other.
Anyone else hear that?
Yeah, well, the throbbing sound.
Yes, I hear it.
Yeah, it's in the chamber where
All right.
Okay.
Suits on, helmet ready. Xena, do you think that there's a chance that if we have to depressurize this chamber, that we can do it without all of us getting sucked out into space?
Frankly, I'm not too sure. But there is something that I am sure about, which is that I took a rock from the surface of the moon, and I think that that's what they're tracking. And I feel incredibly bad. So what I think I'm going to do is go out there with my rock.
Was it a good rock?
I mean, I think it was an exceptional rock. I managed to do some translation to it, actually, because it had some engravings on it.
Where did you keep this rock?
This it? It's in your bunk.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Oh, bloody hell. All right, weapons. Retrieving key, opening the opening the lock
Discord,
system.
I have a wild theory.
Uh-huh.
Has anyone heard
Why
of
did
the...
we check Xena's bunk first?
Wait, I thought we did.
Yeah, Otto held up my rock. Otto, I'm going to take that rock. I'm going to hold it. It's here. I have my rock.
I have a very wild theory. Has anyone heard of the Pilgrim civilization?
No, absolutely not.
Well, they were a very old civilization. There are a strange number of similarities to things about that civilization and this vessel over here. Their signatures match up. Like, there's visual matches. This civilization used to set traps. They might be setting a trap for us. Like, the rock could be a trap.
But, I mean, then in that case, I'm putting everybody at risk by having this rock right now. And I really don't think that that's responsible of me. I understand it wasn't responsible to take the rock in the first place, but, I mean, let me at least do what I can to make this right, which is I will take the rock, I will go outside there, and I will make sure that you guys get to stay safe.
I personally think the time for heroism is gone. If they're gonna come and destroy all of us, not just, even if you go out there, they will still come and...
But there's no indication that they know that this base exists or that we as individuals are here. It seems that they are tracking the rock or a signature from the rock.
If you go out there with the rock, that's going to confirm that there is a party here, because you wouldn't be here on your own.
I mean, they don't know that. But
Yeah,
what if
I mean, there's more likelihood that you get to stay safe. My rock is humming.
I applaud your motivation there, Xena, but give me the rock. I am head of research. This is my responsibility now.
Yeah, but you have more experience with, like, keeping everyone safe, and I think that...
I also have more experience dealing with alien civilizations. Give me the rock.
I think I should be the one to go outside. I think...
This is a
Hey,
scenario
any three, if you want to go out, you go. I'm staying here.
Yes, you're staying here, Otto, and it's now going to be your responsibility if I don't come back, please.
Right.
As you see the crumbling ashes of the weapons falling out of Halden's hand.
Oh, jeez.
I give you the rock. And I say that I'm so sorry.
If I come back, you owe me a drink.
Yeah.
I'm still coming with you.
More than a drink.
we need to decide what we're doing. Go on.
And at that point, we will draw a close and leave it ambiguous. What happened to the brave sacrificial efforts of Dr. Halden Sorev?
No.
Feels like there's more to that story to be discovered another time. Thank you very much, folks. That was fun. Anyone got any thoughts or questions arising?
I could have sworn that the rock was about to be an egg, and like we were gonna have a small dog, the size, small alien dog.
Bring Hazel back out.
You bring Hazel
That'd
back
be
out.
so good.
That would emerge from
thinking more
Xena's
thing.
bunk.
I was going much more thing, but then I like to destroy everything. But I thought it would be much more intriguing to leave it ambiguous. So
I hate that.
I hate that so much. I need to know. Was it the pilgrims? Was it not? Were they going to kill us? Were they not?
Did I kill someone?
yeah. Did you? Did Halden die? We will have to find out in a later episode. Anyone got any sort of secrets they want to share?
I mean,
Hey, the reason I was getting so wound up was that I previously provided trade route records to the Red Fog and was concerned that they may have been coming to find me, because you never, ever leave.
You can never escape the Red Fog.
Yes.
Pirates get everywhere.
I had very simple motivations. I was thrown off a first contact team before, and I just wanted to I needed to make sure I need to get first contact.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do it. And I have so many different variants of how this might end, depending on if anyone did leave and how they left the chamber. Which is why I'm kind of intrigued to see if a follow-up might be plausible. We shall see another time. Anyone else want to own up to anything?
Yeah, in case you couldn't get it, Halden had a fair bit of PTSD because he survived a ship crash and was rescued by aliens.
Oh.
And the only way that he could get out was by essentially being a spy for them. And he's been a spy ever since.
For these aliens or just aliens?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know if it was these aliens. That's why I wanted to get the communication array back up and working.
Oh, that's horrifying.
And a little bit of backstory for the audience. If you watch the first episode, that was a battle between the DSB Sheffield and a species known as the Malankai. And there was a follow-up to that scenario, which involved members of the crew on the moon where they crash landed, where they had to do actually they didn't do a deal. Lucy decided to shoot everybody, but that's another subject. Hey, anything happened. But anyway, that was the reference that I was drawing on. Not that you would know that, and that's okay. It's actually better that you didn't know that.
Damn. I mean, Xena had experience with aliens as well, in that, like, as a child, I was a survivor of a colonial attack. And it was like there had been a war, I guess, between my people and aliens, and the war was supposed to have finished, but the aliens still attacked us anyway. And I managed to survive that, but I was like very distrustful of aliens, which I think then gets overridden by the fact it was my fucking fault for stealing a pretty rock. I felt
the rock was so pretty.
bad. As soon as Oscar was like, they're scanning near where you found that rock, I messaged, fuck.
I would steal a rock.
But what was special about that rock?
Yeah, so I mean, it seemed like it was from an earlier society, and I kept it against regulations, of course. It had text which my AI translated to a prophecy of regular visitation to this world by an advanced benign alien intelligence. But I had like no sign of where the rock came from or prior civilization. I think the thing that also really I don't know if you intended this, Oscar, but like saying advanced benign alien intelligence as the prophecy, but then getting the scan saying it was a mix match of things. I was like, that doesn't seem very advanced to me, what I'm thinking. So I'm like, I don't think these are the advanced ones who are totally fine. I think that these are someone totally different, and I'm now going to panic.
It's not like I would give the clues of this advanced society to another character. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
what could have possibly that meant?
I feel like I was just, there was so much pilgrim information coming in like every couple minutes that I was just trying to like keep track of it. Okay, this is clearly the pilgrims. Are the pilgrims old? Are they harmful? They're setting traps. I couldn't keep track.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's kind of expected because, so again, the Pilgrims is a reference back to another. It was actually a player misheard. In fact, no, they misremembered their brief, and instead of a civilization being, 200,000 years old, they said they were only 200 years old. So I thought, hang on, what if there's two civilizations? One that died out 200 years ago, and they occupied the bases that were abandoned 200,000 years ago. Anyway, I might be misquoting, but I thought that was such a nice idea. So the whole pilgrim thing came out of player. See, this is what I love about storytelling. Storytelling comes from players so much more interestingly than if it comes out of any one person, in my opinion. So on that note, thank you very much. And if you enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, share, etc. And we'll be back next time when anything could happen.